G'day YouTube, Turbo Tristan here. Welcome to today's video. In this video we're going to be doing some unboxing. I'm going to show you my parts haul and parts stash for my new project that's coming up as soon as I move. If you haven't heard, I'm moving, so stay tuned for that because that is going to be an epic upscale for what I'm doing on my channel. It's growing tremendously at the moment, so we're moving and things are only going to get bigger and better from there. So enjoy today's video of unboxing some max peating rods, con rods. These are forged con rods. These are going to be going into my new 6-cylinder build, and it's going to make the engine super duper strong. And we're going to be actually turning the boost up on this one and building a big horsepower car. Also, I'll be unboxing a new turbo. It's a GT 3076R. with the whistle compressor housing and a billet wheel. So that's also exciting. You'll see that on the channel. And then also I'll show you all of the parts that I've got ready to go for the new build. Enjoy. So in today's video, we'll be unboxing some max peating rods, connecting rods. I'm not going to tell you what car these are to suit because it's a surprise for the channel. Same goes with this turbo. We're going to be using both of these things together to build an awesome car. But I will be weighing each of these con rods individually. Part of the beauty of having a new set of forged connecting rods is making sure that they balance up and the engine is all balanced, so that way it can rev smoothly and make heaps of power. If there's an imbalance anywhere that's greater than a few grams, then you're going to have some balancing issues. It's going to cause vibration inside the engine, may lead to other things. I'm not 100% sure, but all right. So starting with the connecting rods, we're going to start by unboxing them. I will take my permanent marker and I'll number each of them individually. So we've got some nice packaging there, foam. And they're kind of wrapped in a waxy paper, which is going to help keep the rust out. Stop moisture getting there. Here they are. So looking really good. Now they're all numbered here, so when you do break them apart, you notice that you can match them back up again. So not sure what 2009 means. Maybe it's year 2020 in September, I'd say. Nice and smooth in there. These are actually ARP, genuine ARP rod bolts, so you know you do get some quality hardware there. So I'm going to write on this one number 1. We're going to make this one number 2. Now in here we have some information and a QR code, which is pretty cool. Tells you all of the torque specs that you need to torque the rod caps down. So we'll be hanging on to that for later on. And you've also got the customer service card there, 0975. Okay, so these numbers might not mean too much, but it's very important when you do break these off that you keep these in pairs. So you use the bottom half, the 0975, with the top half 0975, because the way these are designed, there's a very small kind of a crack in there, but you can't even really see it. It's so perfectly matched. You can see there. And you kind of have to break these off. So you take the bolts all the way out and then sort of just tap them with a rubber hammer and they break off. And then this surface here is a little bit jagged ever so slightly, and they only go together with each matching piece. So that's very, very important. Number 3. Throw your guesses in the comments below as to what you think these rods are going into. Lucky last, I'm going to make that number 6. Time to weigh them. We'll start with number 1. Put that on the scale. and that's 565 grams, 0.565. Go number 2. Oh, make sure it's 0. Yeah, it's zeroed. All right, that one's 563. So 0.563. Rod number 3. 564. 0.564. Rod number 4. Another 564. Pretty good. 0.564. Number 5. Back to 0. 564 again. Now, when I pull the engine down and I pull the old pistons and rods out, I will remove the piston and I'll weigh them and measure against this. On to lucky last number 6. And 564 again. So the conclusion is that these are all perfectly weighted and balanced. I might try those first 2 again to see if it gives me any different reading. And it has 564. Back to 0. And the first one was 565. What is it now? 564. Okay, that's bizarre. So they're all exactly the same. I'm going to just keep testing this theory, make sure the scales are correct. 564, back to 0. Just going to randomly measure them now. 563. They're all within a 1,000th of a gram. 64. Might depend on how I've got it sitting. No, perfect. All right, so all of these, I think we're satisfied. They're all 0.564 grams. Okay, so we're opening up the turbo. This is a GT30 size. So GT is the type of turbo and 30 is the flange for a T3 flange. So I'm going to be running this on a T3 flange. So firstly, let's take a look inside here. Comes with the gaskets, beautiful. And also, what's that? A banjo fitting for the top, a restrictor. It's got everything. It's a heavy boy. Okay. Now, I'm not going to lie, I did take this out of the packet because, you know, how exciting. You get a brand new turbo, you want to look at it, touch it, feel it. Move that down there, lay that down, and we'll pop off these covers. Now this has got the high temp compressor wheel, so this has been temperature rated quite highly. I'm going to look up the specs now of it so I can let you guys know. This one will be requiring me to run an external wastegate, which I already have. Here it is here, so I'll need to get myself a 4-bolt flange for the rear. Nice smooth flow, nice looking compressor housing there. Oil feed, water cooling, oil drain, water cooling there as well. So this thing is ready to rock, and it looks absolutely amazing. Can't wait to get that boosting. So here's the turbo listing here at the Max Peating Rods site. Now it's $3.99 Australian. If you use my code Tristan1, you're going to get yourself a discount of 15%. It's compatible for 6 and 8 cylinder engines from a 3 litre up to a 5 litre. So some of the features on this turbo is it's silicon molybdenum high temperature resistance up to 850 degrees Celsius constant running temperature. It's a GT3037 or a GT3076R depending on which way you want to measure it. The alloy inside here can withstand up to 1000 degrees Celsius. It's all been precision machined and forged, all billet, and can go up to maybe 600 horsepower rated. So in my experience with these turbos, usually give or take around 50 horsepower, but 600 is more than enough for what I'll be doing with the turbo. So yeah, that's it there. We can see it in real life here. We don't need to be looking at the phone. So that's awesome. And now I'm going to unbox the rest of my goodies for this build, and hopefully you guys can have some fun guessing what we're going to use it for. One cool thing about this is got the turbo whistle mod, which is that split right down the bottom, right next to the blade. So it actually is going to give a really cool whistling and sucking sound. I can't wait to hear it. All the choo-choo noises. So this is what you call the try-on haul. This is everything that we got performance-wise for the new project. So we've got a really cool billet alloy, specially made here in Australia, oil filter relocation block, which has ports for extra sensors, which we will be using. We've got our 6 rods. We've also got our top mount turbo manifold, and it's got a wastegate screamer flange on there, which I'll be changing over to suit the 44mm Turbo Smart wastegate. This one's set at 14 pound from the factory, which is probably what we're going to stick with. The Max Peating Rods 3076 Turbo, ready to go. Ready to get some boost cranking on there, make some whistling noises. We've got a black Stealth intercooler, and we have a nice thick alloy triple pass radiator, which is going to go in there as well. Replace the old stanky one that's in there. So here's just a little bit of a sneak peek teaser of what's coming in the future. Heaps more parts still arriving. We've got head studs, we've got gasket kits, full rebuild, and also some forged pistons to track down yet. Let me know in the comments what you think it's going to go in. So there you go. That's just the tip of the iceberg of the parts haul that we've got installed for the new build coming in a month or so. So make sure you drop down in the comments below your thoughts on what I could be building. And yeah, let me know what you think. I'm pretty excited for it. It's a bit of a hero car. So yeah, very exciting. I've already got the car. It's tucked away. We'll do an unveil of that in the future. If you do want to purchase some Max Peating Rods turbos or con rods, link will be in the description below. Use my code Tristan1 and get yourself 15% off. Makes a very cheap purchase even cheaper, so get on board. Support the people that support us, which is Max Peating Rods. So thanks so much. Until next time, make sure you spool up, bring the boost, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers. You gonna help me? Puss? Barkley? the cat likes the turbo.